Good morning, children. So today we are going to learn about the living world. Once again, I am taking this revision. Okay, so you know the living world. Living world consists of various living things as well as non-living things. Now, what are the characteristics of living thing and non-living thing? You know, all the living organisms live in a certain period of time, and this is known as their lifespan. Okay, so some animals, variety of object we see in our surrounding. Every day we come across a wide variety of objects. Some are small, while some are big. So some are colorful, where others are colorless object. There are objects that we see differ in shape, size, color, and in some other characteristic features also. Though all the things that we see around us have shape, possess mass, and occupy space, but all of them do not have life. Okay, all of them do not have life. Thus, the object around us can be categorized into living thing and non-living things. Okay, so living thing means living thing have life in them. They perform various life processes such as growth, digestion, then movement, response to stimuli, give birth to the child, give birth to the young ones. So these are some characteristics of living things. And non-living thing means they do not have life in them and they do not perform any type of life processes. They do not respond to us. So these are non-living things. Non-living thing can be natural and some are artificial also. Natural thing means some stones, rivers, mountains, stars, as well as these are the natural things. As well as the man-made thing means we see around us tables, chairs, car, bicycle, planes, pen, pencil, compass. These are all man-made things that are non-living things. Okay, so let's learn about living world. Okay, what are the different characteristics of living thing we have to learn in this topic. So let's see. All living thing live in a certain period of time. जो कि सब living thing जो भी है like plants, animals, various birds, insects. Okay, so that live for a certain period of time that is known as its lifespan. Okay, lifespan of dog is more about 5 to 6 hours. Lifespan of some animals are more. Lifespan of some animals are very less. Lifespan of human being is 70, 80 years nowadays. Okay, so living organisms are born, they grow, change their shape and size also, and finally at last they die. So it's a life cycle of living thing. Now let's see the characteristics of living organism. There are many kinds of plants and animals around us. We see they show some similarities and some differences also. So yet with the help of certain features, we can tell that they are all living things. If you compare living and non-living thing, there are some characteristics that say these are the living thing. If you difference between plant, different between animals, so they show some characteristic features, hence we see they are different from the non-living things. So let's see. They are all living things. These features are not seen in the non-living things. Such features are said to be characteristics of the living things. So let's learn some characteristics of living thing. First characteristic of living thing is the growth. It is growth. The living thing shows growth. Living thing shows growth. A baby grow up and become an adult human being or adult person, a woman or man. Okay. Then during the period of its growth, the baby gains height, weight, strength. In some manner, all the animals grow into adult. Means a puppy grow into adult dog, a kitten grow into adult cat, a chick grow into adult hen or cock. So the animals grow into adult. A small plant also, baby plant grow into big tree. So likewise, the adult in a certain period of time. Generally, humans required 18 to 21 years for this growth. जैसे कि एक छोटे बच्चे बेबी है, बेबी की ग्रोथ कैसे होगी? So baby 1 year, 2 year. So up to the 18 to 21 years shows the growth of the adult human being. So then the young ones of hen, crows, dogs grow into an adult. But the plant also grow. Some plants of stem that grow. As they grow, some plants develop branches, while others do not develop branches. Though all living thing grows, animals grow only for a certain period of time. But the plants grow forever. जब तक के plants की growth continuous growth होती रहेंगी, but animals grow in a certain period of time. अभी आपने देखा होगा human beings की growth एक certain period के बाद उसकी height भी नहीं बढ़ती है ना, but plants grow occurs in all parts of the body. All living things grow. Animals grow only for a certain period of time. Plants, on the other hand, grow as long as they live. जब तक के जिंदा है plants की growth continuous होती रहेंगी. But animals cannot grow. Animals grow only for a certain period of time. The growth of living thing occurs from within the body, which means that growth occurs in all parts of their body. All parts of their body. So it is one of the important characteristics of living thing, that living thing, all living organism grow. Growth is an increase in the size of volume of an organism. Living organism develop and mature as they grow. A baby grow into child, a child into an adolescent, and an adult into adolescent, and then adult human being. A seed germinate into seedling that grows into a mature plant. Okay, so that's why all the living thing that shows growth in plants and animals. Okay, so for growth, some nutrients required, means all the living thing that grow because they require food. Food is necessary for growth. Food is necessary for growth. So we cannot live without food and water for long time. So we feel hungry and thirsty and may die if we feel hungry and thirsty and we did not get the food. What happened? You may die. We need energy to perform various work, various activities. We obtain the energy from the food we eat. So living organisms need food to perform various life processes and to grow and develop. Okay, so plants also need food. They can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. You know, the plants are autotrophs. Plants are therefore called the autotrophs because they are able to prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Animals cannot prepare their food. See the basic difference between plants and animals. Okay. Animals are heterotrophs because they do not prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. They depend on plants for their food. Okay. But plants are autotroph. They do not depend on others. They are able to prepare their own food. So they directly or indirectly depend on green plants for the food. Who? Animals. Okay. Such animals are therefore called heterotrophs. See the basic difference between autotrophs and heterotrophs. So plants are autotrophs, means they are able to prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Whereas the animals are heterotrophs, means these are living things, but they do not able to prepare their own food because they lack photosynthesis process. Okay, they depend on the green plant for their food, so they are called heterotrophs. So basic difference between plants and animals. So some microorganisms such as fungi and bacteria obtain food from dead and decaying organic matter. So the next characteristic feature is food is necessary for growth. Growth is required. It's a characteristic of living thing. So for the growth, the basic thing needed is the food. So how the plants obtain food? Plants able to prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, and the animals do not have chlorophyll, so they do not produce their own food. They search for food. Animals such as goat, sheep, horse eat meat. Their need meet their need for the food by hunting other animals, so which live on plants. You know, the animals are characteristic into three types, that is herbivorous animals, carnivorous animals, and omnivorous animals. Herbivorous animals means they eat only plants, they eat only plants such as goat, cow, deer. These are herbivorous animals. Then carnivorous animals means they eat only flesh like lion, tiger. They depend on other animals for their food, so they are carnivores. And omnivorous animals means the animals which eat both plant product and animals also, so they are omnivores, means crow, dog, cat. These are human being also. These are omnivores animal, means they depend on others for the food. Okay. Then third characteristic feature is respiration. Another is respiration, means all the living things respire. They required oxygen to live, so they respire. So what is meant by the respiration? Means we inhale oxygen and exhale out carbon dioxide. This process is called breathing or respiration. Living thing requires oxygen in order to live. So inhaling oxygen and exhaling the carbon dioxide formed in the body due to the use of oxygen is called respiration. Animals such as fish, snake, mouse have specific organ for respiration. Means, you know, the fishes use gills for respiration. Human beings and other animals, they have their nose or lungs for respiration. And the plants, on the other hand, plants respire by means of microscopic pores on their stem and leaves. They are called stomata. जो plants होते वो respire कैसे करते? They don't have a specific organ for respiration. On their leaves or on their stems, minute pores are present. Very minute, small, microscopic pores are present. That pores are called stomata. Okay, they use their stomata for these gaseous exchange, like oxygen inhale and carbon dioxide exhale out also. Okay, in photosynthesis, you know, the plants also photosynthesis process takes place in plant. So what happen in photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide plants inhale through that stomata and oxygen exhale out through the stomatal opening in photosynthesis process. So gaseous exchange organ is a stomata that is present in a plants. So respiration is a characteristics of living thing, means all the living things respire. Okay, children. So there, let's in this lesson, in this topic, we learn about characteristics of living thing. We see the basic difference between living thing and non-living things. So living thing shows growth. Okay. The animals grow in a certain period of time, its lifespan, but the plants grow forever. जब तक के वो जिंदा, they, as long as they live. Okay, that's a basic difference between plants and animals. The plants are autotroph, animals are heterotrophs. Then we learn food is necessary for growth. So the plants make their own food in the sunlight. Plants produce food from water, nutrients in the soil, and the carbon dioxide present in the air. This process takes place in leaves of a plant because the chlorophyll pigment which is present in the leaves of the plant. So leaves are called the kitchen of the plant. It is brought about in the presence of sunlight with the help of chlorophyll present in the leaves. Okay. This process of food production is called photosynthesis. During this process, plants give out oxygen and that plant appear mainly green in color due to the chlorophyll pigment present in them. Okay. So animals, the intake of food and resultant growth is an important characteristics of living thing. So then third one is we learn in this lesson, that is respiration. So respiration is a characteristic of living thing. Okay. So children, in our next video, we will continue. We will see some other characteristic features of living thing. Okay. So bye everyone.